Here to join us and talk a little bit more about this. Now, first and foremost, can you bring a criminal case when a defendant is dead?
The state doesn't have jurisdiction over a non-person. The state only, the courts only have jurisdiction over two parties, the state of Connecticut and the accused. If the accused is no longer alive, the state doesn't have jurisdiction over a substitute person. Attorney Pattis is making every effort to try to substitute the estate. And I think that's certainly something that's never happened. I know he's going to try his best, but the law isn't on his side.
So, Frank, Michelle Troconis and Kent Mahoney both charged with conspiracy to commit murder, but now there's no one charged with committing the murder, or at least we assume that that's the way this is going to pan out. So what happens to those conspiracy charges? Can and will the state, do you think, continue to prosecute them? The
state will continue. They're not charged with the actual murder. The conspiracy charges can continue even in the absence of Mr. Dulos. A conspiracy is not the actual commission of the offense, but conspiring to or planning the offense. So those two defendants, those two individuals, their cases will continue in the absence of Mr. Dulos. It might be to a degree challenging, but the state, I do understand, is going to continue on with the prosecution.
You know, Norm Pattis has been very vocal when it has come to the gag order in this case. He took his fight all the way up to the Connecticut Supreme Court. He wanted to be able to talk about it, and we heard him say today that a lot of people don't have all the facts because of that gag order and things couldn't be said. What is your opinion on how that impacted things?
This is a case that stretches across the country and the world. And from Mr. Pattis's perspective, I understand that in many respects, his client has been convicted in the court of public opinion. It makes, or would have made, selecting a jury and trying that case very difficult. So he has to be concerned about the jury pool and the persons that he's going to try that case in front of. The gag order, Mr. Pattis thought, was sort of controlling what he had to say. It was really to try to control both sides. So while it was restrictive, it was really for everyone's own good.
All right, Frank Riccio, we appreciate you joining us today. Thanks for your expertise.
Thank you very much.
You can, of course, expect much